this one will essentially decide, all right, do we want to go ahead and honor that end of the month deadline, break away from Europe without a deal, a no-deal vote? They can't come to any conclusion on that. Then tomorrow has a separate vote whether they can delay the whole thing, maybe push it back 60, 90 days, whatever. To former Maggie Thatcher aide Nile Gardiner. Nile, the danger in just breaking away without a deal is that it would hurt Britons, right? That they would have sort of be at Europe's bend here. They could be walloped by tariffs and other things that would really hurt them. But would it be that bad if you have a no-deal deal?
Well, Neil, I'm a supporter of a no-deal Brexit. I think it's the best way forward for Great Britain. And right now, I still think that we are on track possibly towards a no-deal, even if Parliament votes against a no-deal today, which is likely. This vote is advisory, but the default position set in legislation is for Britain to leave the EU on March 29th. And I think that that could well happen, actually. In my view, a no-deal scenario is far better than what Theresa May was offering, which would have kept Britain tied inside the EU customs union indefinitely with no exit mechanism. And I think that as the world's fifth largest economy, as a great free trading nation, Britain will do just fine under WTO rules.
Now, I'm glad
negativity.
I don't mean to interrupt you there now, but I'm so glad you mentioned that, because when I'm hearing all of this crepe hanging about that, people are forgetting, all right, we're going into vast uncharted territory, the likes of which we've never seen in human history. And I'm watching some of these other networks, and I'm saying, first of all, everyone take a chill pill. The World Trade Organization has rules, backup standards for this that the world is supposed to comply to, and that will still be in place. It's not as if we're going into this Pirates of the Caribbean vast unknown. I'm glad you mentioned it.
Absolutely. And, you know, Britain has been, you know, a great trading nation for hundreds of years. Britain did very well before it joined the European Economic Community in the early 1970s. Britain will do just fine outside of the European Union. And also, I think Britain's economy is doing better than any of the other large economies in Europe at this time. Foreign direct investment is soaring in the UK. US FDI into the UK rose nearly 20% in 2017 alone.
But could we make up that? But now, could the United States make up what Britain could potentially lose in trade with its old European neighbors? I think that if Britons are going to be facing tariffs on a lot of goods they typically were not charged for in the past from Europe, they would just go elsewhere. But I might have a simplistic read.
Yeah, I think, firstly, certainly a US-UK free trade agreement will be a very, very big deal and a very successful one. I think in terms of UK trade with the EU, it's not in the EU's interest to impose all sorts of heavy tariffs, especially as, for example, German car manufacturers sell about a quarter of their output to the United Kingdom. And so you want to, on both sides, I think there is a willingness really to lower tariffs in the event of a no-deal Brexit. So I do think that Britain will have a very healthy, flourishing trading relationship with the European Union in the Brexit era. And I do think that pragmatism will prevail in continental Europe, especially in places such as Germany, very heavily dependent upon exporting goods and products to the United Kingdom.
Yeah, I cannot imagine